Mr. Gerson, I don't get it. I didn't understand the homework. How are we supposed to know how to do that homework, Mr. Gerson? Well, kids, I started having this thought about a video component a long time ago. And it took a couple of years to think about how I wanted to do this. I had a little bit of a creative itch. I'm a little bit of a ham. I want to make things more interesting. We're in this world right now of instant gratification that the internet brings. We don't have to be in competition with it. We can go along with it. And it's part of kids' quality worlds, whether we want to admit that or not. I didn't start out as a truly flipped classroom teacher. What I did first was had kids research terms through the internet, let them look and explore the various sites that are out there. Of course, Wikipedia became number 1 and number 20 on their list. But I started encouraging them to go to other places as well. And we did that before we covered the chapter, so they had some basis. You see, assigning textbook reading wasn't really working for these science classes. I think the terms became a little too unfamiliar too quickly, and interest was lost. I don't know the reason for that, but kids in our classes didn't seem to be doing the reading the way that we hoped that they would. So we're more directed. So phasing out the textbook became something intriguing to us in our classroom, and making a more directed teaching. As the year went on, I started remembering which lessons gave the kids fits. I teach mostly freshman girls, but we also have freshman boys taking this conceptual physics class. There were transformer problems, and there were distance equations, and that formula was just, I didn't get that formula, Mr. Gerson. And let me tell you something about freshmen that you probably already know. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Put the concept out there in as many different forms as you possibly can, and help the kids understand it at their particular level. Some of the kids understand it at all the levels you present. Some of the kids understand them at only this level or that level. So you put it out there in many different ways and let the kids sort of naturally choose the one that works for them. Of course, this isn't just about freshmen. This is about everyone at all levels. So we present this live action. We'd have them do the research, show them the video, and they watch the video at home. That we watch it again in class, the same video, and then I stop it and say, do you understand how this happened? And ask directed questions. Make it so that the homework, they might benefit from going back to the video. That was the best part. This was really what this was about, was driving the homework. So they couldn't come in the next day and say, I didn't get this homework. And my response this year was, at first, did you watch the video that went along with it? And when they started watching the videos, the homework started coming in. That's anecdotal. I didn't do a study on it yet, but you'll hear some studies that are very interesting on how this flipped classroom technique works, where the kids learn at their own pace, and they're empowered to learn at their own pace. We're helping young people to figure out what the important lesson is. And that has about 1,000 different meanings, the way that I said that. What's even more exciting is finding other teachers at this school, like Sheila and Ashlie, who are broadening their teaching horizons in similar ways as well. Here's Ashlie Smith.
Thanks, Gary. I went about my videos a completely different way. I used a program called Camtasia that allowed me to manipulate the video and add animation. Why did I flip my classroom? It allows for more individual learning, and the kids can work at their own pace. There's no distractions at home. They can work around their sports schedule, dance schedule, and watch these videos on the weekends if they prefer. They end up having a stored library on CranNet where they can reference these videos for tests, homework, and final exam review. They also emphasize concepts visually. I pulled a lot of different pictures to show real-life examples to help them totally comprehend the concepts. As far as laboratory exercises go, the videos helped with prior knowledge. They built confidence and better understanding of the concepts. And they allowed for more critical thinking in the lab. When the girls came back to me and commented about the videos, they really enjoyed it. They mentioned how they liked how they can start and stop the videos, and their notes were exceptionally better, which is a big skill that we work on in the middle school. You're going to see that Sheila Cohen has a different approach to the way that I took with my videos. So let's have Sheila present her ideas.
Thank you, Ashlie. Welcome to Kojo's video lectures. Okay, you've seen two of my colleagues, Gary and Ashlie, and how they have taken care of incorporating these videos into their curriculum. Let me be very clear. I did this for me and my curriculum as a 6th grade math teacher. I'm not proposing to say that it will work for everybody, my approach, but I just want to share with you why I did this. It's important to know that I did the true flipped classroom. I had the students watch the video, take notes, and then the next day come to class ready for discussion. Why did I do that? Well, as you can see, I have humanities written up here because I was very jealous of Brewster Moore and the English class. Brewster Moore, by the way, got Excellent in Teaching Award this year. Good job, Brewster. And what he did is I was jealous because he would assign chapters from Tom Sawyer the night before. The students would take margin notes. They would come in. They would have great discussions. I wanted that. Instead of me always standing up in front of the boys and lecturing and them taking notes. So I tried it. I assigned homework to read my math section and take margin notes and come the next day prepared to discuss the topics. Yeah, right. Didn't happen the way I wanted it to. Certainly not with the enthusiasm that the kids had in English in discussing Tom Sawyer. Somehow my math text did not excite them. So I was at a loss, still fuddling around, until Pam Marr and Patrice Hill came back from a conference, fired up about this flipping the classroom. And I watched it, and I jumped right in. And why did I do it? Well, one, you already know that I wanted to generate that type of discussion that the humanities classes all have. The other thing I wanted to do is I wanted to develop the skills of note-taking, and I was kind of striking out with my math classes because the notes were all over the place. They weren't thorough, and I was looking to improve the quality and the structure of the notes. Another thing, homework. You know, I'm always talking to the kids. I preach to them all the time. Collaborate, collaborate, collaborate. Work with your classmates on homework. It will help you in the upper level math classes. Start working together. Duh! I didn't provide the opportunity for them to collaborate. What are they going to do? They're 6th grade boys. Oh yeah, let's go do math. Woo! Big group of kids. Doesn't work. So, what else could I do? And I'll share with you what I did do. The other thing is my classes were teacher-centered, and I wanted to pull it more into student-centered. What happened? I did video lectures. I made 15 lectures for each class. It was very successful. The results. I had student empowerment. And all of us did, by the way. These 3 C's went across the board for Gary and Ashlie and myself. The students developed confidence in watching those videos. As I'll share with you, because I did surveys. I did a student survey midway through my video lectures, and then I did a final survey at the end of the year for my students. I did a parent survey midway through the year, and I'm toying with the idea of sending out another parent survey to kind of wrap it up and have something so I can compare it to. But what I found and what resonated throughout the answers to my survey was the kids now are confident. They're confident when they come to class that they have a question to ask. They understand the lecture better because I reteach the next day, but it's student-driven based on what they bring to class and what they bring from their notes from watching the lecture. The collaboration. What we do is they watch the video for homework, they take notes, they come to class, that drives our discussion. Then we do the actual homework in class, 20 minutes, as I arrange them in groups, and they work collaboratively together to finish that homework assignment. So thus, I've provided an opportunity for them to collaborate and learn from each other. And comprehension. The students' test scores improved significantly. From past, I have all my old grade books, and I give similar tests. And while I know that that can't be an accurate representation, I did see significant percentages increase. The comprehension, students felt more comfortable. If a student was struggling in class while they were doing their homework, as I was walking around, I was able to pull that student and give that student one-on-one attention immediately, and not outside of class where we had to figure out a time to meet because he didn't understand the homework last night. We are on to a next topic. He's 2 days behind. So I was excited. What was very powerful about my surveys were some of the comments that the students made. I'd like to share them with a couple of them with you. I know I have a good question and won't sound stupid. Pretty powerful. I think I have a pretty safe classroom. But through these videos and through my surveys, I found out not for everybody, because they were always afraid of sounding stupid. I actually think about the concepts, then pause the video and write the notes. I used to just try and write down everything on the board. Think about that. That's pretty powerful. All they want to do is write down everything I said. But with the videos, they're able to stop it, think about what I've said, then take their notes. I like talking to my friends about the homework in class. Collaboration. Loved it. The discussions I heard walking around were incredible. So, I always do that too. I always end my video lectures with the students of looking in the camera and saying, as I'm doing to you, come up with 2 things that you've learned today and 1 question and write those down. Then that, in fact, drives my discussion the next day. So, what do I want you to do? I actually want you to stop and think about thinking about my colleagues and what they do in the classroom and the use of these videos. Can you use what we do in your class? Can you think of a different way you might want to explore the use of a video? Maybe not. But give it some thought. One thing, I want you to come up with a question that you might have for us. And so, we're going to answer your questions now. Have a great day. And I hope you enjoyed our presentation, because we're all really, really excited. Can you tell?